Alright, let's begin. Late nights are going to do this. Alright, let's finish this. Do this with this man. Let's talk to you.
I'm ready to learn how to use the knapsack.
Perfect. Deke loves an outing. A nasty poacher. Deke hated working for him. He did horrible things to beautiful beasts. Oh, it was during those days that Deke first saw a knapsack. It'll be nice to see one used for good. we have arrived. Deke enjoys coming here to watch the beasts, especially the puffle of puffskeins nearby. It would be nice to keep them safe. All you will need to do is get close, direct the open knapsack toward the puffskein, and in it'll go.
All right.
You got one!
I managed to rescue a puffskein.
You can rescue as many as the knapsack will hold. Poachers capture puffskeins and, well, Deke isn't sure what they do with them. Deke is certain they will be safer with you. Now, not all beasts will be as simple to rescue as a puffskein. Deke suggests you next find a beast that can fly. A jobberknoll, perhaps.
All right. Where would I find one?
Deke knows of some to the west, nesting in a large tree overlooking Hogwarts. But we must be careful. Deke has seen poachers in the area recently. Deke will meet you there whenever you're ready.
I'll look after you.
Oh, I shall enjoy this. Best thing in the world, finding a beast.
Let me also. Accio.
You're a Treadwell's guardian angel. Confringo!
Alright.
You like a streeler!
Incendio.
No!
Accio.
Who caught it?
Stiffy one. Accio. It's shameful what you've done to helpless beasts. Hello, Deke. Shall we continue?
Oh, good. Deke was worried about you, what with all the poachers in the area. Perhaps we should work quickly. The jobberknolls are just here, in this large tree. If it's helpful, Deke has seen Levioso used to slow flying beasts. Easier to get in close and use the knapsack.
What if I can't find any beasts in their usual habitat?
Beasts won't stray too far from their homes. Look nearby or simply wait a moment, and they should return.
Do you have any advice on how I can rescue more elusive beasts?
Levioso is not only helpful when rescuing flying beasts, it can also help rescue beasts that are generally hard to catch. Try using that spell the next time you encounter a small or otherwise elusive beast.
Would you mind talking a bit more about what it was like working for your former master?
Deke's master was not kind to beasts, or to Deke. He saw beasts only as a source of income, to be used for potion ingredients and labor, and Deke will not say more. But Deke is grateful to be at Hogwarts, where he can help care for beasts and make amends for the things his master made him do.
Then I shall go and rescue a jobberknoll.
Good luck. Deke will be waiting.
Levioso! Everything's all right now. Accio! Levioso! No need to be difficult. I mean you no harm. Accio! Levioso! Settle yourself. I mean you no harm. I rescued a jobberknoll.
Deke hopes your jobberknoll finds the knapsack nice and cozy. Poachers want them for their feathers, and are not kind when they gather them.
Are there any other beasts nearby?
Just one that Deke knows of, a herd of moon calves. They live in a clearing of trees up this footpath. Deke will see you there.
What are you up to now?
Hello, Deke. Is this the clearing you mentioned?
It is. Moon calves gather near the large tree with the spiral pattern in front, but only under the light of the moon. So, unfortunately, unless you have a way to hasten time, you might sometimes have to wait until nightfall to see them.
How did you end up at Hogwarts after working for your former master?
Deke's prior master had no family, so when he died, all of his house elves were relocated by the ministry. Deke was the most fortunate one, as Deke was sent to Hogwarts. Deke's friends were not as fortunate.
I shall go and find a moon calf then.
Deke will be waiting for your return.
Professor Howard will never believe this. I'll look after you. It was a bit trickier than the others, but I have a moon calf now.
Another beast, safe and sound. Shame we didn't see the moon calves dancing. It's a marvelous sight. Deke supposes you're finished here. He'll be able to rescue many more beasts, but for now, let's bring the ones you've gathered back to the room.
All right.
Deke will meet you back in the room whenever you're ready. There you are. Now, we need to show the beast you rescued their new home. But, not enough room to let them out here. Imagine all those beasts running amok. That wouldn't do at all. Perhaps if you focus on what your beasts need, the room will provide. What exactly did you think of? Heavens! You've done it!
But what is it?
Deke isn't sure. Only one way to find out. Meet you inside when you're ready.
I'd like to ask you about changing the room's ambience.
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
Actually, perhaps another time.
Look at this. It's amazing.
Where are we, Deke?
It seems to be a place for your beasts to live, a vivarium of some sort. Oh, your beasts will be quite comfortable here. They'll live healthy, safe lives. Perhaps you want to release them, let them see their new home. Deke thinks the vivarium will be a fitting new home for your beasts.
Indeed. I only hope we'll have enough space for all of them.
Deke hopes so too. But if you do run out of room, Madam Peck at Brood and Peck in Hogsmeade will help to find safe homes for them.
Any beasts that the room can't hold?
Yes, she's well known for helping to care for beasts in need, and she'll give you a fair price for them. Speaking of care, beasts that are well fed and groomed will provide you with valuable magical materials, such as puffskein hair, for example. If you gather some magical materials from your beasts...
So when poachers
Deke can
take
show you
animals,
how to
it's
use them.
poaching, and when I take animals,
I shall let
it's
you know when I have
rescuing them. Interesting.
Most excellent.
I've collected some magical materials, Deke.
Now, Deke can show you how to use them. First, you'll need to use this spellcraft to conjure an enchanted loom.
An enchanted loom?
Exactly. It will allow you to use your magical materials to weave magic into the very threads of your clothing, making your clothing more useful in a variety of ways. Why don't you try it? Deke thinks you'll be impressed with what the loom can do.
I'll go and experiment with the loom now. That came out nice. I should show Deke. I used the enchanted loom, Deke.
Wonderful.
Will I be able to weave even more powerful magic into my clothing with the loom?
You will, by rescuing even more powerful beasts. For now, however, Deke suggests you explore the vivarium and get to know the beasts you've already rescued.
Can I use the loom to enhance any item of clothing?
The loom will only enhance clothing of a certain quality. Deke suspects you'll find more valuable clothing as you explore. Deke also knows that some of the shops in Hogsmeade can provide you with a variety of clothing for you to enhance.
Thank you for your help, Deke. This will be more useful when I have something to identify. Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Any luck retrieving a certain friend of mine from a former friend of mine?
Hello, Mr. Barnes. I have that venomous tentacular.
Wish I could see Lawley's face when he realizes his prized possession is gone. We'll see who's volatile now. Well done. I'll take it off your hands now.
Of course. Glad to hand it over, frankly.
I shall make an ocean of galleons, and Lawley's business will be sunk. Here's a little something for your next trip to Zonko's. Oh, to see the look on Lawley's face the next time he wanders down to his cellar.
I'm gonna attempt to do the flying quest. If that does not work, I should do this. That first and then flying.
Ah, Upper Hogsfield. Now where to find Mrs. Sprottle? Nice to see you again, Mrs. Sprottle. Actually, Serona Ryan asked if I'd come and see you.
Dear Serona, a gem. Has been for as long as I've known her.
She thought you might need help collecting ingredients for your Wiggenweld potion.
And she's correct. My darling Aiden used to collect Horklumps for me. Since he died, my supply has dwindled.
I'm sorry for your loss, Mrs. Sprottle.
Oh, thank you. Love of my life. A bit lost without him. If you wouldn't mind gathering some Horklumps for me, I'd be happy to compensate you for your time.
Believe it or not, I have some with me.
Oh, thank you. How wonderful. The travelling vendors will be thrilled to replenish their stock of Wiggenweld potion.
Sirona also mentioned that Mr. Sprottle was bringing her a box of letters when he fell ill.
Indeed he was. I'd almost forgotten. I stumbled upon it just before Aiden died. He was hoping to go through it with Sirona over a butterbeer or two. Those two were always like two bowtruckles in a branch. Aiden took ill when he was collecting Horklumps on his way to see her. He made it home, but I fear he dropped the box in the cavern. The cavern is in the hills just southwest of our hamlet. You can gather Horklumps and collect the box of letters there.
Sirona said she lived with you during the summers when she was at Hogwarts. What was she like?
Goodness. Well, she was almost exactly like she is now. Charming, good head on her shoulders, taking care of everyone. I can't tell you the fun we had when she and her friends would visit us during the year, all buzzing about, practicing charms. Talented group. Her friend Mirabelle was a genius in the garden. Learned it all from her muggle parents, if you can believe it.
Do you remember anything about the letters you put in the box?
Oh, of course. A few letters from some of her school friends. Some nice memories. I even included a letter Sirona had written to me when she was staying with us. Thought she might enjoy reading it. I know when I read writing from my youth, I'm always astonished at how much I've changed, and yet remain the same.
Thank you, Mrs. Sprottle.
Thank you. I'm
hold
here if you
my
are
power.
able to collect those Horklumps. I and the vendors I help would greatly appreciate it.
Running will be
Who lived
better.
here, I wonder? Revelio.
Oh, the anticipation. Thought we'd forget about that goblin helm you nicked. You're the son.
Accio.
Too hard.
This must be the cavern Mrs. Sprottle mentioned.
It's been ages.
Perhaps I'll find more hawk lumps while I'm there. Better have a look around. See about the hawk lumps and the box of letters. Instead... Revelio. That's all the hawk lumps for now. Mrs. Sprottle should be pleased. The balsam. Revelio.
That looks precarious.
Lumos. Revelio.
I should do more Merlin trials.
Either I'll have to fight that troll, or avoid it altogether. Protego! Expelliarmus!
Shadowbringer. Blazes. Confringo. Protego. Propendo. Blazes. Confringo.
Rest easy, my large friend. Revelio.
Propendo. Repulsor.
Dear Serana, I conjured this wee gift for you as a token of my gratitude. If you hadn't stood your ground on my behalf during Quidditch practice last week, I might have left the team altogether. And now we've won the Quidditch Cup. Ravenclaw House will not be the same without you. Sincerely, Sean. Dear Serana, when I arrived here, I had a troubling sense that in many ways I wouldn't have the other first years. I wasn't like the first years. I confess I worried that Hogwarts might not have been the proper place for me and prompted sending an owl to my parents asking them to fetch me almost before the first week of class had ended. How did you know? I presumed you're not secretly a legitimate, but I wonder that you seem to know my thoughts better than I do myself. That day in the Three Broomsticks where you spotted me huddled in a corner, staring blankly at a untouched butterbeer and an empty bit of parchment, my quill dripping ink woefully onto the ground, and you came and sat with me. Well, I should never forget it. I recall a sudden sense of relief, as if someone had cast a levitation charm on me. When you told me about how nervous you'd been and to come to Hogwarts, I looked at you, and it seemed beyond my imagination to think that of you as anything but the confident content which sitting before me. In the days that followed, I marveled at how you charmed, in the non-magical sense, I mean, everyone around you without apology, embracing who you were and who they were. It was as though a candle had flicked on for me. I realized that I could choose the path as well. Now that my school years are ended, the frightening first year which I had been seems worlds away. And I know it's because you saw yourself in the despairing creature in the corner of the pub and so generously extended yourself to her. It's yours sincerely, Maribel. P.S. Please tell Mrs. Sprout that I still plan to visit her and her Mr. Sprout whenever I can for their delightful conversation, and I am unashamed to admit her incomparable cauldron cakes. My dear Serona, I sent a note separately to dear Mr. and Mrs. Sprout for their hospitality, but I felt the need to put quill to parchment with my thanks to you as well. What a lovely respite from the castle. I won't soon forget here. We giggled about the ridiculous gnome. Did he truly believe that he was singing? And Mrs. Sprout's steak and kidney pie was simply glorious. I should be dreaming of it for days. I so appreciate your including me. I fear I must warn you, however, that this does not mean I will go easy on you in next week's match. You know that Ravenclaw is no match at all for Slytherins this year. Most gracefully, yours, Philomene.
This must be Sirona's box of letters.
Dear Mrs. Sprout, Mother and Father were delighted to hear that you and I have spent the afternoon at Gledrig's last Saturday. Truth be told, I think my mother was ever so slightly envious. I shan't soon forget how heartily we laughed at my efforts to lace the bonnet of my new dress. A challenge indeed, as it's a rather delicate practice of properly situating a hat pin without wounding neither my hat nor my head. But I adore everything that was selected, and I have you to thank for now feeling like a marvelously fashionable witch. It was also a treat to dine at the Three Broomsticks without having to clear the tables. I shall open a place like that one day. Mark my words. It was also a treat to dine at the Three Broomsticks without having to clear the tables. I shall own a place like that one day. Mark my words. I consider myself more than lucky that you and Mr. Sprung agreed to let me stay. I know that my parents feel precisely the same way. Yours, gratefully, Sirona.
I should take this box of letters to Sirona.
Dear
We'd like to have
Sirona,
it back.
happy birthday, my dear friend. I sneaked into the kitchen and asked Finnick to make your favorite, cream croquettes. She was delighted to oblige. Not sure where she got raspberries at this time of year. Genius, that Finnick. Yes.
I think that's everything. Sirona will be glad to have this back.
Before that, I'm gonna explore more.
Revelio.
Pretty sure there's other things I can do here. Fighting a troll is an old hat for me.
Revelio. Revelio.
Excuse me.
Revelio.
When I set about my arrangements, I don't expect to be defeated by my own allies. I don't expect to have the cloth of my plans unraveled by the very people who stand next to me. Nothing to poach in Arranshire except spiders. Not worth the trouble if you ask me. Legs are far too brittle. This is utter nonsense. I've never heard such rubbish in all my life. I think I get more sense out of mooncalf dung. I shall get... You! What do you think you're doing? Stop this!
Confringo.
You're a slippery little shrike.
Propendo.
And where did I set my traps? Was it lower or upper Hogsfield?
Show yourself.
I hope.
Reducto.
Incendio.
Not so tough now, are ya?
Confringo.
Marvelous! Stop flitting around like a billywig! Think you're clever. You're the little sod that saved Treadwell. Admirable trick.
Oh, what's the line?
Whoops.
Of good and evil merely indicates a limited imagination, in my opinion.
This had better not be a trick. This is almost too...
Incendio.
Duck! Nothing more than luck! Nothing more than luck!
Leviosa. Incendio. Accio. Incendio. Glacius. Confringo.
The beasts around here can sleep a bit easier now.
Revelio.
Hogsmeade, here I come.
New instruments are expensive, Work hard and don't be afraid to play. I can't imagine how muggles get by without magic.
Hello there. Please, come in. Let me know if you need help finding anything. Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time.
That's a lot of good stuff.
For
Let's
fashion. Be sure. Whenever you're about. Plenty for your perusal today. Take your time. I suspect you have a sharp eye for fashion. Be sure to stop by whenever you're about. Revelio.
Hello, Serona. I have good news. I was able to provide your friend Mrs. Sprottle with some hawk lumps for her Wiggenweld potion, and I found your box of letters.
Oh, thank you. I knew you were the one to ask.
I wondered about some of the letters in the box.
Of course. It appears most of the letters were from fellow students.
I saw a letter from someone named Mirabelle. Is that Professor Garlic?
Mirabelle.
It is. Still one of my dearest friends. I know she wouldn't mind you having seen the letter. She and I are of a similar mind, especially when it comes to young people. We believe experience to be an invaluable teacher. To borrow a phrase from Mirabelle, it's a joy to see anyone blossom, but particularly one who doubted they ever would.
One of the letters mentions Quidditch practice. Did you play?
I did. Was the Ravenclaw Seeker for 3 years. Oh, Merlin's beard. I adore Quidditch. Nothing like the feeling of catching the golden snitch when your team's down by 140 points. I'll never forgive Professor Black for cancelling it this year. I miss cheering for Ravenclaw. We could have cheered them on together.
I spotted a letter from you to Mrs. Sprottle. You two seem to have a lot of fun together.
We do. She taught me so much during my summers with her and Aidan. I shall be the first to admit that adolescents aren't always the easiest to understand. And not everyone was as kind to me as the Sprottles. But the depth of their kindness, and that of so many of my friends, got me through well, got me through some challenging times, to put it mildly.
I'm glad I could be of help. Mrs. Sprottle sends her best.
Don't know what I'd have done without her and Aiden. Thank you, again, for helping her, and for returning this box of letters. It's nice to reflect on good memories.
Right. Time to zoom through the air. Oh, actually, should no. First, I should zoom through the air. I'm gonna do 3 tries. I'm holding my fingers like I'm on camera. Do 3 tries. And if I can't make it, I'll do it another time. So I don't want to keep doing it. Holy crap, that's far. God, I need to play Octopath Traveler 2. Ridiculous. 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 Ridiculous.
Not sure how I'd fare in a little place like this.
Revelio.
I do hate to ask, but would you be able to help
Nice
me?
to see you, my young friend.
What is it? What's wrong?
Goblins, that's what. Ranrock's lot. Nasty creatures. Ambushed me, they did. Nothing's safe anymore. I need a little something. Something to protect me for running.
I don't have any of that. Perhaps you could try in Hogsmeade or one of the hamlets.
And get extorted by the Ashwine.
How
How am I to avoid Ranrock's
Goblins
lot?
got you yet?
No.
You're right, the world's not safe.
Oh, I will. Ranrock's lot won't take... And I've you to thank. Please, accept this gift in exchange for your help.
Go there after I unlock this.
I've always said that travel is the mind.
It must lead to something grand.
Excuse me, madam. I thought I heard you say something.
Yes, indeed. Talking to myself again. I find myself to be quite the engaging conversationalist since my husband passed. Madam Althea Twiddle, pleased to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Madam Twiddle.
You know, you might be interested in this. You young people love this sort of thing. My husband often ruminated on the mysterious statue just outside our hamlet. Some sort of archaic puzzle involving vases, he would insist. I stumbled upon it today when I had a burst of energy and extended my morning constitutional a bit longer than usual.
An archaic puzzle. Sounds fascinating.
You see, I suspected you'd be interested, and wait till I tell you about the rumours surrounding this particular puzzle. My husband Greville insisted that solving the puzzle would reveal a magical challenge of sorts. The man was intrigued by everything. He was about to try and solve it himself when... Perhaps you could take a look. I'd be rather interested to hear what, if anything, you find.
Where can I find this statue?
It's not far from Irondale. It's down by the shore, near those old ruins. You can't miss it.
If I happen to see it, I'll have a look.
Ah, the spirit of youth. I do hope you'll be able to solve the puzzle. If not for me, then in Greville's memory.
I should look into the statue Madam Twiddle mentioned.
It's very far away. How far away is it? That is very far away. I'm not gonna do that right now. Have it, but it's 15. But I wanna race my brew.
Here we are. Mr. Weeks wasn't wrong about the mountain views.
If it isn't the fastest Ravenclaw.
I feel like you're insulting me.
Hello, Imelda. So, another trial?
Of course it's another trial. And you'd better be taking part.
Does this mean you've changed your mind about me?
Well, you're a step up from the good-for-nothings who usually challenge me. Well, they sit around and hope to be the best. I put in hours of practice. No one sets records by wishing for them. And I need strong competition to stay on top of my game. Are you going to try to beat my flying record or not?
Strong competition? Could that have been a compliment, Imelda?
Go ahead, believe what you want. Makes no difference. Compliments make people soft. No one goes round telling me I did a fine job. Do I care? No. I say I'm the best, and that's all I need. So please, try to beat my record, 5th year, and don't be disappointed when you lose.
I'm ready to fly.
Finally, a decent challenge.
I'd say that was acceptable. Now that's more like it! Getting the hang of this. Excellent.
Brilliant!
Woo! And with my weird graphical problems.
Last week, I performed
You've improved, I must admit. That was a bloody good run. Be careful. Earn a reputation for talent around here, and some people get put out about it.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience.
Yes, well, I am. Anyway, you didn't do abysmally. I can't deny that. But you'll not have the same luck on the South Coast course.
You said your reputation for talent put some people out. Like whom?
If you must know, I've had to deal with jealousy from members of my own house. When we were first years, Nerida Roberts and I spent loads of time on our brooms, pledged to fly every day. As my skill on a broom grew, rapidly I might add, Nerida suddenly didn't have time for flying practice. I tried to give her pointers, but she didn't have the natural ability I did. Clearly, she was jealous. Poor thing spends all her time now dawdling by the lake, obsessed with merpeople. Won't even learn to swim. I refuse to downplay my talents to coddle someone else's fragile ego. Anyway, I need to ready the next course. Stop by when it's ready, if you can handle it.
We'll see, won't we? Till next time.
I half expected you to back down. Rest on your laurels. See you at the South Coast trial, if you don't lose your nerve. To race this course again, visit the podium with the leaderboard, where you can start the race and check your time.
Oh, I suppose that's something to
Another success. Should let Mr. Weeps.
And my aunt knows Black's wife, so all in all.
Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do?
What are you up to now?
Revelio.
I've never seen a sword like it. Such arrogance.
Accio. Leviosa.
Why don't you come up here and fight me? Help!
Expelliarmus.
No!
Arresto. Depulso. Revelio.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Back from your latest flight? I want to hear all the particulars.
Good news, Mr. Weeks. With your upgrade, I was able to set a new record at the Irondale course.
Brilliant! I knew the upgrade had fantastic potential. How did your broom feel?
It rides well. Does get a tad shaky at top speed, and the handle wobbles a bit when I hit a strong gust of wind.
Ah, yes. I see. I think I know how to address that. Thank you. I owe you one.
If it means another upgrade, the pleasure's all mine.
You sound as determined as I am to improve broom flight. It's a joy to have a collaborator like yourself. If I'm right, and I do hope I am, you'll be hearing good news from me soon. Thank you again, truly.
Whoa!
Mr. Weeks.
Revelio.
I've got this. Why have I not got this? Can I remove things? Actually. Let me see if I can remove things. Wish there was like a storage area where I could put stuff.
Levioso.
Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Hello, Nellie. Actually, I found all of the keys and opened my house chest.
Oh, wonderful. What did you find?
I found a rather interesting costume.
Brilliant. Well, thank you for solving that mystery for me. I always wondered what those keys would lead to.
Let's see. Let's see.
Revelio.
If Hogwarts survives the reign of this headmaster, I think we should have a moon calf in charge. Fills our stone hearts with joy to be in the presence of such arrogance.
Revelio.
That young'un's now a teacher herself. Wonders she's not gobbled up by her own fangs and onions.
Revelio.
Mine now, then, guys.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Can I help you?
I believe you can. I'm Sophronia, by the way, and I need help from someone who's at least a 5th year. Are you familiar with Herodiana Byrne? Don't answer that. Of course you're not. No one seems to know of her but me. She's only the single greatest Depulso master of all time, even taught at Hogwarts, briefly.
How interesting. I'm amazed I've never heard of her.
It's a travesty she's not more well known. I often read about great witches in my limited free time. There are many. Whilst reading about her, I learned that she built a secret Depulso training room here at Hogwarts. But in typical clever Herodiana fashion, one cannot access it unless one knows Depulso, which of course, 3rd years aren't taught.
And you're a 3rd year, so...
Quick one, aren't you? According to what I've read, her signature outfit may still be there. I would love to see it. Would you get Herodiana's signature outfit and show it to me?
How did Herodiana Byrne become famous by casting Depulso?
She once saved orphans from a wild Grafhorn by banishing it over Stonehenge. That's on Salisbury Plain. She once banished a meddlesome dark wizard all the way to Durmstrang while she was in the Alps. That one may have been exaggerated, but lots of the stories about her certainly aren't.
What ended up happening to Herodiana Byrne?
In her later years, she taught at Hogwarts, but only for a short while, just long enough to build a secret hall, it appears. Then one day, she just disappeared. Some say she actually banished herself. No one knows for sure.
If you tell me where to go, I'll see what I can do about it.
Simply go to the Hall of Herodiana. It's at the base of the Defense Against the Dark Arts Tower. There, you'll find a series of Depulso puzzles concealing pieces of Herodiana's ensemble.
Very well. I shall let you know if I find anything.
I can't wait to see Herodiana's famous ensemble. Perhaps I'll make myself a copy.
Suppose I should look... Sophronia told me about. It does sound interesting.
You can't imagine how inconvenient...
Alohomora. Levioso. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio. Accio. Levioso. Accio. Levioso. Confringo. Repulso. Revelio. Alohomora. Revelio.
Dear Professor Binns, may say I was baffled by your recent observation that students in your opinion seem to be rather lethargic. I can confidently say that I have not seen evidence of such lethargy in my class. I even took it upon myself to speak with some students in the hopes of getting to the bottom of this abnormality. Upon this, I soon learned that you have been lecturing them on the little-known facts of historical conflicts. Perhaps you might think of moving more swiftly through the finer details. One of them was almost in tears describing a test question pertaining to Grimbold Bolt and the number of buttons found on the wizard's garment. The rebellion of 1752. Apparently one additional button above the norm has been afflicted? It's entirely up to you, but students likely struggle to appreciate such nuance. Only my opinion, of course, and I do hope you don't mind my mentioning. Sincerely, Abraham Ronin.
Revelio.
Revelio. Aloha Mora.
Fine now, then, you guys.
Revelio.
Trying to get a little more up level 2.
What are you up to now?
Revelio.
Off on another adventure, are we? Handy resource indeed, your field guide. I'm most pleased to be included.
Wingardium Leviosa. Confringo. Flipendo. Accio. Alohomora. Mine now, demi-guys.
How nice to see you, my young friend.
Professor, do you have a moment?
I do.
I was wondering how you decided to teach divination.
The art of divination is an important yet often misunderstood. Those of us who possess the sight are rare, and, as is often the case with the unique among us, we can frequently be misread, even feared.
I see. Natty told me that you and she moved here from Uganda, where she had attended Wagadu.
Yes, Natsai and I both loved Uganda and Wagadu, but we are happily settled here now. You would be wise to remember that the consequences of our actions, and so divining what is.
I find it truly intriguing, even if I don't fully understand it.
Intriguing. That is one word for it. And I'm certain you will come to understand many things more deeply in the days ahead. You are a student at Hogwarts, after all. It cannot have escaped you that we in the Wizarding world are forever navigating the seemingly inexplicable.
Of course, Professor.
Now, I know that we both have places to be. Not because I have the sight, mind you, but because I am a professor and I have enjoyed our conversation.
Hello, Hamora. Fine now, demiguise.
What are you up to now?
Hello, Hamora.
Revelio.
Hello, Mr. Moon.
Oh, greetings! Any luck removing some more of those demiguise statues?
I actually have some moons for you.
Oh, wonderful, truly. If you bring me just a few more, I can teach you how to improve casting a la Hamora.
I'll keep an eye out for more demiguise statues and see if I can bring you more moons.
You are to be commended for your bravery and valor, especially since they can only be collected at night.
All right, one more. Okay. See. Head downstairs all the way. The devil am I?
Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Revelio.
I already got that one.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
Just let me know if there's something in particular you're looking for.
Fine now, then, guys. Hello, Mr. Moon.
Oh, greetings! Any luck removing some more of those demiguise statues?
I actually have some moons for you.
Oh, my mind feels lighter already knowing those statues are gone. I did promise to show you how to improve casting Alahamora once you'd brought me enough moons. With that knowledge, you'll be able to break open even stronger locks. However, we don't yet know who's behind these statues. Still plenty of the foul things lying in wait to torture me. Oh. If you bring me more moons, I'll show you how to cast the most powerful form of Alahamora known to wizard kind. At least known to me. Keep looking for those moons, You'll save my sanity, and we may get to the bottom of whoever's behind all of this. I hope you've been staying
away from me! It was an accident. Never forget what that awful...
Flipendo! Repulsor! This must be the entrance to the Hall of... I didn't find those puzzles.
Revelio. Accio.
Now to see if Herodiana Byrne was as good as Sophronia said she was.
Protego. Accio. Leviosa. Repulsor. Repulsor. Arresto momentum. Repulsor. Accio. Repulsor. Leviosa. Wingardium Leviosa. Repulsor.
That wasn't too hard. Wonder what's next.
Repulsor. Accio. Repulsor. Accio. Repulsor. Accio. Repulsor. Accio. Repulsor. Accio.
I see. The switch reset everything. Good to know.
Accio. Repulsor. Accio. Accio. Depulso. Accio. Depulso. Accio. Depulso. Depulso. Accio. 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 Accio. Depulso. Accio. Levioso. Accio. 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 Depulso. Accio. Depulso. Accio. Depulso. Depulso. Accio. Defender. Accio. Depulso. Accio. Defender. Accio. Depulso. Accio. Depulso. Accio. Accio. Defender. Depulso. Depulso. Accio. Depulso. Accio. Depulso. Accio. Depulso.
Not really worth it, but God, I spent 30 minutes on that.
I think I'm getting the hang of this now. Just one left.
Accio. Accio. Depulso. Defender. Accio. Accio. Depulso. Accio. Depulso. Accio. Depulso. Accio. Depulso. Depulso. Accio. Depulso. Accio. Depulso. Accio.
That's the last of them. Seems I was a match for her. And this must be the last piece of Herodiana's ensemble. It is remarkable. No wonder Sophronia wants to see.
Okay, I'm gonna do the Sebastian thing. Oh, better. I thought it would.
All those new expensive food, and you leave them on platform 9 and 3. You are just...
Transfiguration.
Revelio.
I like to have a recipe to follow.
Sophronia, I solved all the puzzles in the Hall of Herodiana.
Incredible! Then you found Herodiana's outfit. May I see it?
Of course. Behold.
Oh, how how grand! You'll look as majestic as Herodiana herself, the greatest Depulso master of all time. You're my second favorite hero!
Right, and visit Sebastian's family.
How nice of you to stop by.
Handy resource indeed.
Revelio. Alohomora.
What do we have here? A demiguise. Mine now, demiguise.
Revelio.
Wonder who lives here. Hello, nice to meet you.
Welcome. I'm Bernard Indiai, and this is my shop.
What do you have for sale?
What are we in the market for today? A pleasure doing business with you. Have I mentioned you're welcome to stop by any time?
Nice to see you again.
Nice to see you as well. How can I help you?
I'm curious to know what's happening in Feldcroft. Might you have any insight?
An incredibly unpleasant goblin called Belgroth the Bludgeoner has been tormenting everyone he encounters. Feldcroft borders goblin country, but we've always lived in peace with their kind. Until recently, that is. Some claim that Belgroth and his associates are in league with Ranrock. I don't know if there's truth to it. Whatever the case, their constant meddling is devastating business. Everyone feels unsafe. It's quite serious.
What do you sell here?
Glad you asked. I sell the finest array of beast byproducts you'll find in the entire countryside. If you don't believe me, feel free to look about. Eventually you'll return. They always do.
What brought you to own a shop in Feldcroft?
Beautiful place, isn't it? Although I admit I didn't choose it. It chose me. I was raised here. It's always been my home. As for the shop, I suppose my line of work chose me as well. I've always loved working with beasts. And my twin girls adore them. Wouldn't be surprised if they took over from me one day.
I should be going now. Thank you.
Revelio. Accio. Levioso. Accio. Wingardium Leviosa. Revelio. You made it.
Enjoying the view?
Keeping an eye on things. Feldcroft isn't what it used to be. No one has felt safe here since Ranrock's loyalists took a peculiar interest in that castle over there. Rookwood Castle. My uncle Solomon is a former Auror and refuses to look into it, even after Anne was cursed by one of them. Possibly with a wand, no less.
I heard a goblin refer to wizard kind as wand carriers. Are goblins forbidden from carrying wands?
Precisely. That's why I'm on the hunt for answers. If I'm to cure her, I need to understand what happened to her. Anne was always the most mischievous of the three of us. Which is saying something, knowing me and Ominous. I'm hoping a surprise visit from me and a new friend from Hogwarts will help lift her spirits. Bring back the Anne I used to know. Come on, I'll take you to my uncle's. This way. Feldcroft used to be a lot livelier. With Ranrock's lot wandering about all the time, everyone stays out of sight. Here we are. My sister should be just inside.
Aha! Sebastian, where did you... Is that what I think it is?
We've been over this, boy.
Hey.
Shrivelfigs cannot reverse a curse. Nothing can. The sooner you accept that reality, the better.
But we haven't tried everything.
There is no cure! When will you accept that?
Never. I can never accept it.
Now look what you've done.
I'm sorry.
Leave.
I'm sorry you had to see that. If you don't mind, I just need a moment alone.
Poor Sebastian. Not the visit he'd hoped for.
That boy will fray my last nerve.
Excuse me, Mr. Sallow.
Oh, yes, Sebastian's friend. I apologize on behalf of my nephew. He doesn't know when to stop. He thinks he can help Anne, but nothing can be done for her.
It could be that you've not yet discovered the cure.
Ah, you sound like Sebastian, thinking you know better than the healers at St. Mungo's.
Perhaps the healers don't know everything, sir. Sebastian is single-mindedly focused on finding a way to help his sister. If there is a cure, he will find it.
Your faith in Sebastian is misplaced. Some sort of dark magic cursed Anne, and the goblins aren't likely to explain themselves anytime soon. Giving her hope is cruel. The only thing to do now is keep Anne comfortable and stay out of the Loyalists' way.
With all due respect, sir, hope could keep Anne's spirits up.
You may mean well, but I know what's best for Anne and Sebastian. They are my stubborn brother's children. Especially Sebastian. If you really want to be of help, you'll make sure Sebastian does what he should do, not what he wants to do. He's no idea the harm he could do if he doesn't stop. I hope you'll remember what I've said. Good day.
I'm sorry about earlier. Those bouts of pain are difficult to bear.
Are you all right, Anne? I didn't mean to intrude.
You didn't, truly. And I'm all right. The pain from this curse comes in bouts, and often suddenly. It's not anyone's fault. It's nice to meet you, by the way. You must be the new 5th year Sebastian told me about.
I am. Sebastian and I met during a rather lively duel in defense against the dark arts.
Oh, dear Professor Hecat. She's a powerful witch. And she knows how to keep students like my brother, and me, in line. I do miss Hogwarts, but I wouldn't mind being in Feldcroft, really, if it wasn't so dreary now. Between the goblins at the castle and my uncle fighting with Sebastian whenever he's home, it's not the cozy retreat it once was.
Sebastian mentioned something about your uncle being an ex-Aura, but refusing to go after Ranrock's loyalists. I must say, I wasn't prepared for him to be as angry as he was.
Uncle Solomon is frustrated by what happened to me, and by Sebastian for thinking he can fix it. They both mean well, I know they do, but my uncle is right. This curse cannot be undone. I can feel it. Sebastian cannot take away my pain. Perhaps you can help him to understand that.
I'm afraid it's really up to Sebastian, and his mind seems to be made up.
I can only hope he realizes the futility of his search for a cure soon. I'm getting tired. I should probably rest. Thank you for stopping by. I wish you well.
I ought to see how Sebastian's faring.
Dear Anne, Hogwarts isn't the same without you. Well, Sharp is still as foul, but you know what? I mean, I hope you're feeling better. Sebastian, this is my potion kit, not yours. Leave my things be.
Revelio. Why will he not listen to me? She's my sister.
How are you doing, Sebastian?
You got a first-hand glance at what I'm dealing with. I apologize for my uncle.
I know he's angry, but he's only trying to do what he thinks is best for Anne.
He's always angry. He's been angry since my parents died. After Anne was hurt, he only grew worse. It's as though he blames me somehow, always calling me my father's son, as if that's an insult. I'm the one trying to help her. He's simply given up.
Both Anne and your uncle seem genuinely convinced that nothing more can be done for her.
I refuse to believe that. Anne's pain is more than physical. It has changed her entirely. I miss my sister. And I'm going to get her back. Come with me. I need to show you where it happened. Ranrock's loyalists are capable of so much more than people realize. They should not be underestimated. All the debris you'll see is from whatever's going on at that abandoned estate. They've been digging for something. Up there, on that plateau, is where they cursed Anne. This way.
How much longer are we expected to dig through this rubble? Ranrock knows what he's doing. It's an honor to be a part of it. Only good wizard is a dead wizard in my book. Let's get this over with.
Why am I always on patrol? What's that? Enjoy suffering, do you?
Protego!
When do you think to give up?
Ringo!
I shall avenge your death. What an unfortunate disappointment! Ranrock won't be stopped!
Protego!
You won't get away with that.
You've made your last mistake. Rather unwise coming back. I won't rest until you're dead. Why is to drag this out longer than necessary? Put me down at once!
Expelliarmus! Arresto momentum.
One less human to worry about. Someone thinks they can outlast me! I'll get you. I will make. I'm a goblin! Why can't I hit you? Such arrogance.
Expelliarmus!
Let's get this over with.
Arresto momentum.
Little moon calf, far from. You are promoting me.
Arresto momentum.
I confess, that was a bit more than I bargained for. I tried to warn you.
Those loyalists deserved what they got.
Couldn't agree more. This is where it happened. We smelled smoke in the middle of the night. When we looked outside, flames were shooting from the estate. Before my uncle and I could stop her, Anne rushed out, racing towards the fire, worried someone had been hurt. She came face to face with a horde of goblins, frantically trying to stamp out the flames. Suddenly, an icy voice drifted out from somewhere in the smoke. Children should be seen and not heard. A blinding blast followed. They didn't even give her a chance to run.
It seems an awfully violent response to a child wandering by. What were they trying to hide?
My thoughts exactly. It may be grasping at Billywigs, but I keep thinking that there might be something here that could lead me to whoever cursed Anne. Might be the only way to learn what type of magic harmed her, which could help me find a cure.
Perhaps you're right. The Loyalists are everywhere, but they do seem to be spending a lot of time here, and it's likely they're hiding something.
And at Rookwood Castle. Shall we have a look around? They seem to have set up camp here for a specific reason. They have stations for everything.
Revelio. Always armed and ready for a fight, Ranrock's Loyalists.
I've heard that goblin dig sites like these are popping up everywhere.
It's a wonder the Ministry isn't doing more. Whose home was this?
Been abandoned long since I've lived here. Rumor was a Hogwarts professor lived here once, centuries ago. But that's all I ever heard. It might be worth taking a closer look at the house itself.
Revelio. Sebastian, over here. Do you think that this was damaged by the fire the night that Anne was cursed?
Could be. But it looks to me as though this was intentional.
Revelio. This well looks familiar. Sebastian, I've seen this before. This house, the well, the view.
When?
Give me a moment. I'll explain in a second. Sebastian, this house did belong to a Hogwarts professor, hundreds of years ago.
Who? What do you...
I found a pensive that day in the restricted section with a memory that showed this house. There was a little girl and a drought. The keepers have shown me other memories as well. The girl became a Hogwarts professor. Her name was Isadora Morganach. She was one of the keepers.
The keepers? Like in Quidditch? And you found a pensive in the library? I'm not following you.
I realize it's a lot to take in. I'm not even sure I understand it all yet. And no, not like Quidditch. They call themselves keepers because they're protecting some type of knowledge. It has to do with the vault at Gringotts.
Let me see if I've got this straight. You have Ranrock and Rookwood after you because of something you found at Gringotts where you ended up via a port key. And now you've been witnessing memories left by keepers. Oh, and this house belonged to a Hogwarts professor who was one of these non-Quidditch keepers hundreds of years ago. If I didn't know you, I'd think you were pulling my leg.
It is all a bit much, isn't it, when you put it like that? The point is, we both have good reason to search this house. You for answers about what happened to Anne, and me for answers about the keepers.
Look at this.
Someone piled this here for a reason. Is it blocking something?
Only one way to find out. Huh, a stairwell. Why bother blocking a stairwell?
Revelio. There might be something here worth a closer look.
They've left all of this simply strewn about. Tells me they're after something bigger.
Revelio. Lumos.
This is my second week in the camp. More arrive each day. The Muggle doctors and even some of our own healers are doing all they can for them. The grief is palpable. The one who has survived the plague, ones who have survived the plague are forever damaged by their loss. A fever may pass, the skin may mend and scar, but the devastating sorrow remains. I am a man. I saw a man, much like my father, who had lost a child. I cannot bear it. I long to give him some shred of relief. I'm beginning to think that the others are wrong. I have the power to help these souls. It seems so as arbitrary not to help them, as it would be to rid them of torment.
A journal entry of Isadora's. I should hold on to this.
I traveled here to learn, but I long to help. My internal struggle is overwhelming. It's as though the magic wants to heal, and I am the one preventing it from doing so. Should I lose hope? Will I forever regret not having done more? I cannot look into their eyes knowing that I could lessen the burden of heartache. I saw the man leaving camp today, the one who was so reminded my father. Seemingly it wouldn't hurt to help him. I would further my research, of course, but that would be a fortuitous consequence for doing something good with this ability.
Seems these journal entries are from Isadora's travels. Depulsor!
Lumos. Depulso.
You're not going to believe this. I can see the Undercroft.
What? A daydream? Because that happens to me too.
I know it sounds strange, but
Honestly, nothing you say sounds strange to me anymore.
fair enough. I can see the Undercroft through this stone wall, as though it's a window. This has happened before.
I'm listening.
I have a rare ability to see whispers of ancient magic.
I don't know what I was expecting you to say, but it wasn't that. I knew you weren't telling me everything. Ancient magic. What does that even mean?
I'm not entirely sure, but the Keepers have said that it's a powerful magic that should only be wielded by a select few.
And you can wield it?
I don't know, but Fig and I think that Ranrock has somehow found a way to harness that magic's power.
Are you telling me that goblins may be wielding some sort of wizard magic?
That's what we're trying to find out. What I do know is that my ability allows me to travel through these windows I see.
Wait. We can get straight to the Undercroft from here. Ominous will be flawed.
We can. But perhaps best not to tell anyone else about this for now. Even Ominous.
Understood. Well then, invisible, secret, ancient magic passageway? Here we come. I'm tempted to hold my breath. Why would the door lead us here?
Sebastian, look. Why hide a triptych here?
Seems as if something's missing.
A note. Let's have a look.
Anything helpful in the note?
A rune symbol. I've seen similar symbols used by the Keepers.
I've been thinking. A keeper lived in that house centuries ago, and Ranrock and his lot have been searching there. You said that goblins may be wielding some form of this ancient magic. Do you think Anne was cursed by ancient magic?
I can't be sure, of course, but I don't think so. I didn't see any traces of it around your sister.
Very well. But that doesn't mean it's not ancient magic. There's still so much we don't know about it.
True. Perhaps this triptych will lead us to answers.
Then we'll have to unravel what this all means. But now I need to see Ominous. Don't worry, I won't tell him anything. Did I mention that, apparently, Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts?
You did not. Sounds worth looking into. Any idea where in the castle?
No idea. Woman has just learned of it. I'll let you know what I find out. I had no idea our visit to Sian would unfold into all of this. My head's an utter mess. But I'm glad you told me everything you did. I'll be in touch. Till then.
No, I could just... Kind of makes me look like a superhero or villain. To me. First, go to first. See if there's anything there. Then I'll go to the real room of requirement. Unlock of the what you calls it, and then je goes to sleep, or at least stop playing for today. Not today, for now. Played a lot longer than I was going to. I'm gonna keep that. Doesn't look like this. Why not? I actually like that. Alright, that is it for me for now. Thank you for watching, and if you're watching the VOD, I stream almost every day. I start between 9 and 7. I started at 9:50 today. Got caught up doing other things. I'm gonna keep trying to start earlier and earlier, but I keep getting caught up on other things. Anyways, thank you for watching. If you can, like and subscribe. Have a good morning, evening, afternoon, and night. Whatever time is for you, and whatever you're on. And goodbye. Oh, God, I keep forgetting to do the end screen thing. Yo, I'm gonna linger here for a few seconds. Because I want the thing there. No. 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 Yo. That's a problem. Anyways,